receiver, Will Oakley. Will, how you doing?
Good, thanks, man.
We appreciate you coming on the show. I want to ask you a few questions this week. First off, how was your experience playing for the University of Alabama?
It was a great experience. Obviously, it's not the most one of the most prestigious, schools in the country as far as football goes. Learned a lot as far as my competitive nature and character, perseverance. Through some injuries and tough times and stuff like that. The program basically just all in all made me into what I feel like is a better person.
Yeah, well, this is Big D, man. I appreciate you being on the show with us. What were your expectations for the season since you were allowed to work with him your senior year?
Yeah, Greg is obviously a very intelligent guy. Everyone knew that Greg is was going to do well before he actually got put into the spotlight. He is now. He's smart, outsmart the defenses. He's just real assignment perfect, I guess you could say. And that he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He just sticks to his reads, sticks to his assignments and what he's coached to do. From what I hear from the offensive coordinators, he's just real coachable guy. And it helps when you get that level of intelligence out there, and he knows everyone's position like the back of his hand, so he can coach guys up on the fly. All in all, his intelligence, his intelligent nature just really helps him to do well.
Well, who were some of your closest teammates at Alabama, and tell us about your experience playing with some of those guys.
I'd say one of my best friends up there right now, Colin Peak. We played soccer together when we were 5, 6 years old, down here in Florida, and ended up getting reunited up here at Alabama. Great tight end, huge target, great blocker, great. Even better pass receiver. I hung out with Simeon Castile, Marcus Carter, and some of those guys, Justin Britt, before they graduated. There's some great guys. Everybody that came in the class of 2004, 05 with us. It was just a great, solid bunch of guys. And everyone had each other's back. All in all, just good group of guys to surround yourself around.
Yeah, man, that sounds great. And what was your experience with the coaching staff? You got to work with Jim McElwain and Coach Saban. What was that like for you?
It's a different experience than what I was used to. With Coach Shula. I mean, not bad or a good way. Just different type of coaching styles. Coach Saban's a real disciplinarian. Likes things done right. And that obviously transitions. From the classroom, checking classes. Transitions to the football field, and that we just everyone's real disciplined in what they do and how they go about just the way they carry themselves. Coach McElwain's a great coach, just real good leader. Initially when he came in, we were putting in that spread package a little bit, and the more we put that in, our run game began to develop, and now that our run game is what it is, all that does is open up the pass. So it's a real good balance for us up there. He's doing a great job so far.
Well, you came in the class of 2004, so you've seen, some good times and some bad times at Alabama. Talk about your previous experiences, and then talk about last year having that undefeated regular season and what that meant.
Previous experiences, we had, when I first got in there, we had a couple good seasons, and then we hit a little bit of a hill there, but kind of it's just it's a different world playing under these coaches, playing for Coach Saban. The talent level that he brings in, it's far superior to what we have. A lot of that's due to his ability to recruit, and especially surrounds himself with on the staff. But some of it, great recruiting coach and get the scholarships back, you know, and it kind of showed last year, you know, with the season we had. I remember a few years back we had a good season when we ended up we were undefeated. We were number 3 and ended up losing to LSU, you know, and then Auburn. So it's kind of it was bittersweet in that, you know, we had a great season coming from a down season before, but at the same time, man, you gotta beat LSU and Auburn. You know, there's some big games, but you know, and then you know last year, you know, just great, just turnaround for the program. It's clearly on an upward slope. You know, definitely just you know getting things turned around up there. And, obviously, you know, you're seeing the benefits of what you know Saban can bring to the table this year.
All right, man. Did you catch last week's game?
Yeah, I did. Just you know, I can't miss a game, man. I still get fired up like it's on game day. You'd be surprised how into it I still get.
Oh, that's great, man. What did you think about it?
It's a great game. You know, obviously, you know, Mark is Ingram, you know, just unstoppable. It seems like right now. You know, and that's due. You know, you'll ask him, he'll tell you the same thing. And that's due to you know his great job of playing, but also the O-line, how you know step it up, and the fact that you know the first you know several games of the season we're so successful in throwing the ball, and that just you know opens up the run game. So it's a combination of you know Mark doing really well, Greg you know, throwing the ball earlier on, and you know getting teams to you know play the pass more, and that just opens up big holes for the run game and gives us opportunities to balance things out. But you know, great game overall. Mark Barron stepped up, you know, made a big play early on in the game. I guess you know, kind of set the tone, I guess you could say, for the defense. You know, and then playing relentlessly like they're capable of playing, and just kind of fell into place after that. It seems like.
Right, man. So you watched last week's game and you see this defense. So what do you expect from the Vols? What do you think is going to happen there? And can I get a score prediction from you?
Yeah, I think that, well, you know, obviously, Coach Saban will say it too, that Eric Berry, if he's not the best, you know, one of the best defensive players in the country, obviously. Definitely a strong hitter, you know, and super good in pass coverage. He runs that defense for him, and it seems like, and you know, they were able to kind of keep Florida from scoring as many points as they had been scoring when they played. But I don't know. I think that it's going to be tough for them to stand up against our run game, and I think that the more that they try to pack the box full of guys to try to stop the run game, the more opportunities we're going to have downfield throwing it to you know Julio, Hanks, Marquise Mays, Colin Peake, those guys. So I think if I had to make a prediction, I would say 28-6 would be my prediction. I think that you know they'll be able to do a little bit depending on how you know Compton's and you know complete a few passes, but I don't think that the defense pretty much is going to keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, man. So the run game definitely is opening up the passing game a lot, and you know, you obviously know that as a former Tide wide receiver. And man, I think we just got one more question for you. It's just for giggles.
Yeah, well, we were wondering, which one do you prefer, Florida girls or Bama girls?
Well, it's hard to decide. But if I had to pick, I would say Florida girls that go to Alabama would have to be my. We'll have to do what I think about that. A little bit of both. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good neutral answer, man. And we appreciate you coming on and talking with us, and look forward to hearing from you soon.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.